third anniversary of our final Smackdown. I think that's what we said. Final, absolute last Smackdown ever, and now we're doing it still. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I'm Mark Altman, your host for this evening. I'm going to introduce you to our panel of expert spaceshipologists. This is the Michael Jackson Memorial Edition. We'll see. Without any further ado, we've mixed it up a little. I got some new panelists. I got some people that we lost. Mr. Darren Dockman, a great loss to us here at Smackdown. He says he will only do WonderCon. San Diego has become too big for him, and we say basically to hell with you. So, but maybe we'll get, who needs him anyway? So I'm going to introduce the panel now. And starting with legendary Geek Monthly editor and author of the music of Star Trek and all-around nice guy, Mr. Jeffrey Bond. Jeffrey Bones Bond. Joining him, the mouth that roared, the co-producer, the writer, director, and editor of Free Enterprise in the upcoming Warner Brothers film The Hills Run Red, Mr. Robert Meyer Burnett. Joining him, an addition for the last couple of years, and a fine addition she is, while now moonlighting as Lieutenant Gay Ellis, the lovely and talented comedian, writer, and designer, Ms. Mary Forrest. Returning after a long hiatus from Starship Smackdown, a writer-producer whose credits include Millennium, Haunted, and The Twilight Zone. And we haven't had her in a couple of years, so this is pretty exciting. Is Kay Rundell. And now, scratch Ashley Miller from your scorecards. He had a baby on Friday. He was still going to come to do Smackdown. We told him, like, the divorce isn't scheduled for next week. We really would prefer that you not come. Bringing in the pinch hit for him is the only man who created one of the starships at the Smackdown, Deep Space Nine producer, and Andromeda showrunner, and 4400 producer, Mr. Robert Hewitt-Wolf. But not least, what do these names have in common? Lee Brackett, George Lucas, Lawrence Kasdan, and Steve Melching. They've all had their names on a Star Wars one sheet. The writer of the Clone Wars, Mr. Steve Melching. And I still have Mike Tyson's tiger in my hotel room, but I was not able to get him over here today. So I would like to welcome you again. We have our panel of spaceshipologists. For those of you who don't know the way the Starship Smackdown works, who are rookies or virgins to this event, let me explain. We fit starships. You already have your hand up. We haven't done anything yet. Jesus, come on, man. Cut us some slack. So basically, we will... Our expert panel will pick a spaceship each. That will be the first date. Then we will open it up to you. We have complete and unimpeachable veto power over anything. It's called the line item veto. We can cut what we want. We leave in what we want. And we will have 16 ships. The 16 ships will then compete and be eliminated until we get down to 8 ships. After that, you may recall from last year, we added a little twist. The Captain's Courageous Round, where we will at random assign captains to each of these ships. And those ships will then compete to determine the victor of Starship Smackdown XIII. This is all brought to you by Pinkberry. and the lovely San Diego Comic-Con, who I want to thank if they're here, Eddie and Gary, for making this possible. Every year I say this is my final year, and every year they convince me to come back. So I don't know if I should thank you or curse you out, but...
Curse me, because you're coming back again next year.
I want a Hall H pass if we're all coming back next year. Hall H VIP, green room entrance.
For us and everyone else in this room. Because I know, Rob, you really want to see the Twilight Zone clown. You know. Fair that Robert Pattinson, aren't you?
Fly high.
Fly hard, yeah. Okay.